Hello students, welcome to Chemistry Practicals online class. This is especially for second year students. See, in this class we are going to discuss volumetric analysis practicals, how to do. So this is a 8 marks question in chemistry practical examination. So how to do, and when the question is given like this from the volumetric analysis, and how to write and how to do and how to do calculation, we are going to discuss in this class. See students, here the question is given like this: estimate the amount of HCl present in 1000 ml of the given solution. 0.05 molar sodium carbonate solution is supplied. So it is belongs to acid base titration. Acid base titration. Acid is HCl and base is a sodium carbonate. So we have to estimate the weight of HCl present in 1000 ml of the given solution. For that you have to write first aim. So what is aim means? To estimate the amount of HCl present in 1000 ml of the given solution using standard solution 0.05 molar Na2CO3 solution. Standard solution means the solution whose concentration is known is called standard solution. So here sodium carbonate solution is a standard solution. Here molarity of sodium carbonate is a given, that is we have to take M2, and molarity of HCl we have to find, that is a M1. Okay, next apparatus. So you have to see burette, it is a burette. Next pipette, it is the pipette. And then burette stand, it is the burette stand. And then conical flask, it is the conical flask. We have to use 250 ml its volume. And then glazed tile we may use. Then from the given problem we have to write a principle. We have to write a principle, that is HCl plus Na2CO3. HCl is the acid, Na2CO3 is the base. So here it is acid, it is a base, it is a salt, it is a salt, and it is a water. Okay, see students here. So from this data we have to write a principle. It is very important. So HCl plus Na2CO3 gives rise to 2NaCl H2O plus CO2. If you balance this, then 2HCl equal to 2HCl plus Na2CO3 gives rise to 2NaCl H2O plus CO2. So from this stoichiometric equation you have to know number of moles. So 2 moles of HCl is equal to 1 mole of Na2CO3. So what is its coefficient? 2. So what is its coefficient? 1. So 2 moles of HCl is equal to 1 mole of Na2CO3. Then you have to write procedure. Burette solution. Burette solution means HCl we have to take in burette. Next pipette solution, Na2CO3 we have to take 20 ml of Na2CO3 with help of a pipette into the conical flask. Then indicator, we have to use methyl orange indicator. Why? What's the need of using indicator? Means both are colorless solution to find the end point of the titration. So indicator is used. Next end point. What is the end point of the solution? Means it is a pale pink. In the beginning it will be yellow color. Then we have to write this type of table. So serial number 1, 2, 3, and pipette's volume of pipette volume Na2CO3 solution, that is a constant. So here it is a 20 ml. We have to take 20, 20, 20. Next burette readings initial. So initial we have to take 0, that is a 0, 0, 0. Next it is a final reading. Final reading we will get after experiment. We will get after experiment. Then volume of rundown, it is a B, it is a A. So B minus A is nothing but a volume of HCl rundown. So first we have to do the experiment. after experiment you will get a B value. So for the experiment, so how experiment is going on means, see students here, so burette solution, what is a burette? So wash the burette with first tap water and then distilled water. So this is the burette. You have to operate this burette with help of this nozzle. Okay, then for the experiment, so you have to do burette solution is a HCl. So here we have a HCl solution which is more concentration we don't know, so we have to find, and this is HCl solution. HCl solution you have to take into the burette like this. Now on operating this nozzle, set the initial reading 0 like this. Set the initial reading 0. Say students like this. So slowly drop by drop you may release HCl solution. Then here it is a colorless solution. For colorless solution you have to take a lower meniscus. You have to take lower meniscus. So it having lower meniscus must be coincide to 0. So this is 50 ml. Now here initial reading is a 0. That's why we are taking burette readings. Initial reading is a 0. Got it students? First taken HCl into the burette. So set the initial reading 0 and it is a clamp to the burette stand like this. And it is a clamp to the burette stand. So what is this burette solution is HCl. HCl is a filled. Then we have to take sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide with help of a pipette into the conical flask. So here a mark is there students. So you have to take sodium hydroxide up to this mark. It is a 20 ml. So this is a sodium hydroxide 20 ml. So I am taking, C students, sodium hydroxide I am taking. So you have to operate with help of this finger. So it is excess sodium hydroxide, it is excess of the mark. So you have to take 20 ml of sodium hydroxide into the conical flask. Okay, you have to inhale sodium hydroxide with help of a pipette. Transfer 20 ml of sodium hydroxide with help of a pipette into the conical flask. So it is a colorless. Now you have to add indicator. Then what's the need of adding indicator means, HCl, sodium hydroxide both are colorless solutions. For identifying end point, so indicator is a must. Here we are adding indicator is methyl orange. So it is a colorless. So after adding one drop or 2 drops to the solution, then what is the color? Pale yellow. Then you have to titrate sodium hydroxide against hydrochloric acid, then you will get a end point. So at the end point the solution changes pale yellow to pale pink. So how the experiment means you have to do means like this. So you have to shake the conical flask with right hand and you have to release sodium hydroxide drop by drop into the conical flask like this. Okay, so you have to shake the conical flask with right hand and you have to operate burette with help of a left hand. Slow drop by drop you have to release. Okay, then slowly you are releasing means so volume of HCl run down into the conical flask. Okay, so this is the way you have to do the experiment. Shaking continuously, you have to shake the conical flask. Continuously you have to shake the conical flask when you are dropping HCl, sodium hydroxide HCl hydrochloric acid into the conical flask. Okay, then the solution color will be changes. Then you have to see it is a changing or not. See, the solution color will be changes. And then before titration it is a pale yellow colored. Now it is a pale pink color. So it is the end point of this titration. Now you have to note the final reading and you have to observe the final reading and you have to note here. So what is the final reading of final reading? So this is nothing but 20 ml, 20 ml, 20.1 ml, 20.1 ml. So you have to repeat this experiment 2 or 3 times, then you will get a consequent values. So two values must be coincide, then coincide value you have to take here, you have to take the volume of HCl. So coincide value you must be take here volume of HCl. Then once again I am doing this experiment. Okay, and then this is the end point of the titration. So here first so we taken hydrochloric acid into the burette and note the initial reading. So that is a 0 ml, and then fill take the 20 ml of sodium hydroxide with help of a pipette into the conical flask and add 1 or 2 drops of methyl orange indicator. Why? What's the need of adding indicator? Means to find out the end point of the titration. Why? Because these two are colorless solutions. A colorless solution means so it is difficult to find the end point. That's why we are using indicator. We are using indicator. For colorful solutions, no need of indicator. So you have to repeat this experiment 2 or 3 times. Then you have to take consequent values. Okay. So this is the way. So again you have to fill the burette with hydrochloric acid. Again you have to fill the burette with hydrochloric acid and set the initial reading 0. Set the initial reading 0 like this. Slowly you drop. And then lower means cuts you have to take, and it is a clamp to the student. It is clamped to the stand. It is a clamp to the stand. Then you have to take 20 ml of sodium hydroxide into the conical flask with help of this pipette. You have to inhale sodium hydroxide. You have to inhale with help of a pipette like this. Like this. You have to operate this with help of this finger. Without air bubbles, you have to take 20 ml. Okay. If there is any air bubble, then you may get a wrong reading. So 20 ml I am taking into this conical flask. Then adding methyl orange indicator 2 drops. Okay. Then again, so before titration, what is the color of this solution? Pale yellow. Then end point is pale pink. See, I am doing. So continuously on shaking the conical flask and slowly release the drop by drop of hydrochloric acid into the conical flask. Okay. So then you will get Continuously you have to shake the conical flask and slowly releasing drop by drop HCl into the conical flask. Okay, then continue. See, so end point is a pale pink. So if you absorb the pale pink color, then you have to stop the flowing of HCl into the conical flask. Then you note final reading. So it is nothing but 20. It is nothing but 20 ml. So first reading we got 20.1. Now we got 20 ml. Repeat this experiment one more time. So why? Because here coincide values we have to take. It is a 20.1, it is a 20. So two values must be coincide. Then we have to take coincide values, means repeat this experiment one more time. Again you have to fill the burette with hydrochloric acid and you wash the conical flask neatly, and then you have to transfer 20 ml of sodium hydroxide into the conical flask with help of a pipette. Same experiment you have to repeat these experiments one more time. Why? Because here the values must be coincide. Okay, so here one more time I am taking. So this is the burette, you have to fill with hydrochloric acid like this. Okay, then slowly release the excess of HCl in the burette. So the value must be 0. So it is the initial reading. We are writing here 0 0 0 like this. So and it is a clamp to the burette stand, and it is a clamp tightly to the burette stand. Okay, then transfer of 20 ml of sodium hydroxide with help of a pipette into the conical flask. See, I am taking, this is HCl, then I am taking sodium hydroxide. So this is the way we have to take. Slowly release the sodium hydroxide, excess of sodium hydroxide. The lower meniscus must be coincide to that point which is given on pipette. Slowly release this. Lower meniscus must be coincide. So coincide. Then you have to take 20 ml into the conical flask. If you release the finger, then it will be fall down. Okay, then it is a colorless. You have to add indicator. Okay, 2 drops. On adding indicator, solution turns into pale yellow color. Okay, then same, how to do this experiment. This is the third time. So value must be coincide. Third value must be coincide to first value or second value. Slowly drop by drop you have to do the experiment. Then you will get pale pink color. Now note the final reading of the burette, that is 20 ml. This is 20 ml. So it is a B minus A. So this is nothing but 20.1 ml, and this is 20 ml, and it is 20 ml. So this is a V1. V1 value you have to take here 20 ml. 20 ml. So if you know 5 values, so you may find 6th value. Okay. So after writing final value of the burette, B minus A you have to do 20.1 minus 0, 20. So 20 minus 0, 20. 20 minus 0, 20. So this value you have to take here. Then you may find M1. M1 means molarity of HCl. So formula we are using M1V1 by N1 equal to M2V2 by N2. Then molarity of HCl M1 equal to M2V2 by N2 into N1 by V1. So 0.05 M2. It is molarity of sodium hydroxide, volume of sodium hydroxide, pipette. Next number of moles of sodium hydroxide is 1. Then number of moles of HCl is 2. Okay. Then V1 is 20 ml. So this is the final reading, volume of HCl, final reading. Then M1 we may find. So molarity of M1, molarity of HCl M1 equal to M2V2 by N2 into N1 by V1. M2 means how much? 0.01. V2 means 20 ml by 1. So N2 means 2 by V1. N1 means 2 by V1, 20 ml. So you have to write here 20 ml. Then cancel the terms. So 20 cancel. So 0.05 into 2, 0.05 into 2, 0.1. 0.1. So it is molarity of HCl, 0.1. So what we have to do? Estimate the amount of HCl present in 1000 ml. So here estimate the amount of HCl. So formula, molarity formula. So I am using molarity formula, M1 into gram molecular weight of HCl into volume of the given solution. It is a volume of the given solution, 1000 ml. You have to take here 1000 ml. Then it is C 0.1 into 36.5 gram molecular weight of HCl into 1000 by 1000. Okay. So cancel with each other. 1000 cancel. Then what happened? 36.5 into 0.1. Then what happened? See. So that is nearly. So what is here? So that is a 3.65 grams. 3.65 grams. This is the weight of HCl. Now you have to write the report. So this is the molarity of HCl. You have to write the report. In report, molarity of HCl, that is a 0.1 molar. Okay. Next report you have to write one more thing. The amount of hydrochloric acid present in 1000 ml is the amount of HCl present in, what is the volume here? 1000 ml. 1000 ml is, so what is the weight here? 3.65 grams. So this is the weight and this is the molarity. Okay, we have to do the experiment like this. Okay students, first we have to write aim, then apparatus, then principle, then procedure. In procedure you have to write in shortcut method, period solution, pipette solution and endpoint indicator. Then you go for table. In the table, so it is a volume of Na2CO3 pipette reading, that is a 20 ml. So burette reading, initial reading is a 0. Next final reading, volume of HCl ran down. After experiment you will get final reading. So that is a 20.1, 20, 20. These two values coincide. Then I am taking one value. So substituting in this V1 value, and then this is the formula we are using. m1 v1 by n1 equal to m2 v2 by n2. From this formula I am calculating molarity m1, then so 0.1 mole. So we want estimate the amount of HCl. Why? Because estimate the amount of HCl, the given problem. And then like this, estimate the amount of HCl formula m1 molarity of HCl into gram molecular weight of HCl into volume. So this is nothing but a volume and by 1000. So 0.1 molarity already calculated here. So this is molarity of HCl. Then 36.5 into 1000 by 1000. 1000 why we are taking? So volume is a 1000 ml. Then 0.1 into 36.5 into 1000 by 1000. So it is a 136.5. 0.1 into 3.65. Then report we have to write molarity of HCl 0.1 molar and the amount of HCl present in 1000 ml is 3.65 grams. 3.65 grams. Okay, this is the way you have to do experiment. Volumetric analysis when acid base titration is given. Same experiment you can implement for sodium hydroxide HCl and so oxalic acid sodium hydroxide like this. This is acid base titration. Okay, thank you.